Giddy up.
Welcome back. My mouth is just watering, and I'll tell you why in just a few minutes. Chef Cephas and Helena have joined us this morning on the show. We're going to be talking about Ghanaian meals and, going into its history, and then we can discuss its nutritional value. But whilst they are talking, maybe our camera can just pan to what is before us right now, as you can see. So, MFA, you can have the conversation.
No, I would observe table manners. So go on. You've started the conversation.
So you can talk to them while, because eating and talking is not done, right?
I agree. So now who do the talking?
So you do the talking, yes.
I think we quit the job this morning because we have to eat. Hello. So today we told you that we're zeroing in on Ghanaian and traditional cuisines, and we're lucky to have been joined by Ms. Helena Inti and also Chef Cephas. He's a traditional and typical Ghanaian cuisine chef. Now from Asanka Avenue. Now, I've seen different. Feels like a jamboree on the table here. Who shall I go to? You know what? Let's go to Chef Cephas before the nutritionist will tell us that, okay, don't eat this, don't eat.
With that part is,
it's for the viewers.
It can affect, So let's start off with what we can eat. Good morning, Chef Cephas. How are you doing?
Good morning, I'm fine.
It's Ghana month. We are celebrating Ghana, so it's only right that we talk about everything Ghanaian. And will you mind taking us a quick run through what we have on the table?
Okay. We have a lot of varieties now. We have apapransa with koto. And then we have palava sauce. We have abenkwine. We have fufu. We have granite soup. And then we have okra soup. We have vegetable sauce for gari photo. And then we have agusi stew. And then we have the eba. And then kokonte. We have a mutuo and then banku.
Okay.
So that's the compliment.
No problem.
Pause.
We are not angry. We have something to show you. Watch first. We'll come back.
March, and of course, the month of Ghana. It is Ghana month right here on Prime Morning. And today, guess what we are going to do? We are going to focus on authentic, traditional, indigenous Ghanaian cuisine. And what better way to do that than to come here, right here at Asanka Avenue. It is located on Tel Energy on the Wisconsin-Agboba Highway. How have you been doing your cooking? What ingredients do you use? What do you stand to gain in terms of nutritional value? We're also going to tell you how to make that quick fix from the leftovers that you have at home. All these and more we're going to be talking about right here on Good Living. Come on, let's take a walk.
Yeah, so we brought the kitchen from Asanka Avenue into the studio. We even brought the chef himself right here. After we have spoken to the chef, Helena would also take us through the nutritional values, what you have to stay away from, what you don't have to stay away from. I really don't see anything we can stay away from.
We're not
right
staying away
here.
from any of this at
Yes,
all. I want to ask you, Chef Cephas. Now, I realize that Ghanaian meals, make do with a lot of carbohydrates. We have heavy, there's yam, there's cocoa yam, and then there's a lot of meat. And it's served with a lot of in huge sizes. You don't see it chopped. You never see a plate of a bowl of palm soup with small meat chopped, in a certain way. It's always big. Does it come with our culture in any way, or the way we are, or that's how the food is served and presented?
It comes with our culture. Yeah, because when you serve the food, the person wants to see, like, let me go to Ashantis. You want the meat to be on the fufu. When they see, they say, wow. So it gives you more appetite so that you can eat more. So that's why you see the meat normally big on the food. Yeah.
Okay, so let's even try to see where we can put each meal. Where can which region can I mostly find fufu? I see palm nut soup. Can you just take us through, say, try to put the food to a region? Let's see.
For the food, for the fufu, and then let me say abenkwai
Right.
is from the abenkwai. I know the Equapims
Right.
made the abenkwai most, and I know, and the fufu is for Ashantis and this western region. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so typically abenkwai, what's usually in there?
Abenkwai is made from this palm, this thing,
Palm
and then
kernel, yeah.
yeah, we make this.
Wow.
Abedro, how do you call it? The small.
Is it turkey berries?
Turkey berries, yes.
Yeah, turkey berries.
Turkey berries, yeah.
Yeah, we add some and we palm it. But the typical, they use at times the intestines of maybe a crantier grass cutter
For the soup?
to palm this thing, the
Kernel?
the palm kernel.
Wow.
So when they palm it, it gives more taste for this our local distance. So they use that one to do it, and then the meat that you yourself you want, maybe you want grass cutter, antelope, or whatever, and you can use it and make it use this thing, some fish that you want, the smoked fish, to mix with it, so that it looks very nice.
Let's
for you.
just stay there. I'm going to go to Helena. Helena, so what is the ideal and the healthiest way to eat palm nut soup? I know.
The ideal and healthiest way to eat palm nut soup. Well, I would say that you would have to fetch off the oil, because after preparing palm soup you have a lot of oil on the surface, and some people love to see the oil, then they go like, wow, this is going to be very tasty. And indeed, fatty foods are tasty.
I agree.
But for health reasons we need to fetch off the
So,
oil
like I
first.
mentioned earlier on to Chef Cephas, I mentioned that, it seems there's a lot of carbohydrates before us. Yes, you identify some protein. Yes, you can get some, and your, of course, the vitamins in there. But naturally, I realize that Ghanaian meals are more carbohydrate driven. Is that the case? Because, right before us, it looks like, there's fufu. I'm sure there's some carbo in there. There's rice balls, eba, and all these. Is that the case?
Well, I must say that we, as a people or as a country, we are blessed with healthy foods, but the way we eat them,
Is the
is the problem. So as much as we see fufu, we see banku, we also see kontomire. And we have
That's
kontomire
kontomire,
there.
yes.
So we also have vegetables. I think we have cabbage in there.
Yeah,
We
that's
have
agusi.
carrots. Yes. So it's the portion sizes
That matter.
that has become our problem right now.
So on that note, let's talk about a very typical fufu, and this is groundnut soup.
Yeah.
Is it a healthy meal?
Okay. Yes, I would say that fufu and groundnut soup is a healthy meal together with meat. And I would want to use a model. That's something we call a 4-star diet.
Okay.
And that was technically designed for children of complementary feeding stage to prevent undernutrition.
Okay.
But it has become relevant even for adults, for pregnant women, and everybody. So if you're going to look at a food being healthy, then I would like us to think about the 4-star diet, so that if you're able to find some of these groups in the food or the meal that you're having, then you know that you're safe. So we have the staples, that's 1 star. We have legumes and seeds. That's another star. We have fruits and vegetables, making another star. And we have animal source foods. That's or animal products. That's also another star. So if you're going to take fufu and groundnut soup, our fufu will be our staple, right?
Yeah.
And we're going to have our groundnut soup being the legume. We can have some consomme chopped in there to provide us with some vegetables. And then our fruits, we can have an orange on the side, so we have after eating. And of course, our meats would provide the animal, would be the source of animal products.
Okay, I mean,
Okay.
Chef Cephas, so when I come to Asaka Avenue,
It's coming right there.
yes, my mouth is watering. When I come to Asanka Avenue, which is the most consumed
Consumed,
food
yes.
over there? Which one do people come and they're crazy over? Which one do they
Yeah,
love?
crazy about everything, but especially fufu.
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 Yeah.
What with?
Fufu with
Abenkwai.
abenkwine and granite soup and goat light soup. People are crazy about it over there.
Then that question, on the back of that question, it comes back to you. On eating that on a constant, is it good?
On
bad?
eating,
He's saying that the most consumed meal is
Okay.
fufu and groundnut
soup.
Groundnut soup. I mean, then that means it's well patronized, and I like it. I love it. It tastes good. I mean, I'm coming there Monday to Friday, and I'm eating this on a
but
constant.
look at you. You don't look like someone who eats that often.
I eat. I eat.
And I eat it at least once a week and I'm looking like this.
So you see, and the difference comes with our makeup. I'll say our metabolic system, our metabolic, we call it your metabolic rate. Okay, I don't want us to be technical, so I'll just say the way we are made up. So you may have a faster way of burning fats. She may have a relatively slower way of burning fat. So you may eat the same quantity, and she's likely to store more than you are likely to. And also, your activity levels may be different. So the energy you're expending, usually you become overweight when you are consuming more than you are expending.
Okay.
So you tend to store the excess, and the excess comes from our carbohydrates, our fats and oils, and our proteins.
Wow.
Chef Cephas, this caught my attention.
I'll give it to you.
This is Upper Prensa.
Hold
Yeah.
it.
What type of koto is this? Is it male or female?
It's male.
It's male because it has horns and trumpets and all of that. So this is Upper Prensa.
Yeah.
Typically made of what?
It's made from, when you prepare abenkwine and you use it today and then it's left. In the morning, for your lunch to be prepared, you use that leftover
For the upper
abenkwine
prensa.
for upper prensa.
So how do you prepare it?
Just, the soup is ready already.
Yeah.
Then you use your roasted corn powder
Okay.
and
I see some red beans, in there.
red beans. So when the soup is on fire, the low fire, you put the roasted corn powder inside the soup. To be stirring it slowly, so that it become thick. So that mixing it, you get this.
Okay.
So now the soup is cooked already.
Yeah,
The corn is also roasted.
yeah. But
and now milled, powdered,
yeah.
right? How long can this stay on fire so that you don't lose all the nutrients in there?
we can say about 15 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, because the soup is already made.
Prepared.
Yeah.
Helena, we're going to come to you, but sorry we are focusing a lot on the food and it's making. I
know
hope you
you are
understand
in a
what is
hurry
happening
to
to us. So, Chef, I realized that you see, Upper Prensa comes with the big crabs, in there. You mentioned visually people want to be attracted to the meals they see with big meat, big fish. Now, this is what?
Okra soup.
This is okra
Okra
soup.
stew.
Okra stew. Now I realize that in preparing okra stew, they always use this particular kind of crab. Is it because of taste or it's just size?
You see, you can't use the big, when you put this big koto in the soup, it will not look attractive
Why wouldn't it look attractive?
because of the soup. And the meat inside should go with the size.
Okay.
So even apportioning the meal in the bowl is strategic. Is you do it with math.
Yeah.
Mefa.
It smells good, oh. Hey.
It's a problem. It's a problem.
And
Okay,
Which-
so-
this go with this, our Volta region people.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Helena, now speaking about the okra stew and its benefits, can you just run us through? Because it's made up of a lot of things. There are leaves in there, there's fish, there's crab. What are we getting out of this?
Okay, so good question. So we have our dark green leafy vegetables in there. That's going to give us some antioxidants, some folates. Folate is especially good for women of reproductive age to
Like
improve. Yes, yes. So
When I eat cotton, will I be fertile?
oh, you can eat crabs and be fertile. The seafood is also very nutritious. They are rich in vitamins and minerals. However, there are some kinds of fish that are high in mercury, and so for pregnant women, we do not ask them to eat a lot of that. So there are types of fish that are low in mercury, so like sardines, like salmon. But even that, it doesn't mean they should eat too much of that.
All right.
It's all in moderation.
You
So
can finish up with that.
yes, so I was talking about antioxidants too. These are substances that kind of fight against infections and disease. They protect us from cancers, and we can have that in carrots as well, the colored vegetables. And Emefa mentioned losing some nutrients when you cook them. When you take tomatoes, for example, once you cook tomatoes, you're losing some vitamins in there. However, when you cook tomatoes, you are boosting the effect of antioxidants in the tomatoes.
I see.
Yes, so you have to make a choice. I would go for boosting the antioxidant effects, and whenever you are having your let's say your rice, you can chop some fresh tomatoes in addition to your salads, and that can make up. Or you are losing something like vitamin C and vitamin B, so you can have those vitamins from other sources as well. So we have the herrings in here, which is also seafood, that are providing us with proteins. Proteins are important for growth and development, and especially for children. You know, those of complementary stage get malnourished easily because, you know, they are picky eaters. And so you would want to pound something like this and put in their meals as powder, so that it's easy for them to get some of these nutrients.
Okay, so I mean, let me just allow my viewers to call. Tell us everything or what you know about the Savannah region. Now you've seen food, so maybe you want to call us to talk about the meals or the various dishes in your region, particularly from the Savannah region. You want to call us on 0246 807983. 0246 807983.
So, Helena, let me still stay on you. Now, earlier on, when MFR asked you about, you know, you mentioned that you need to scoop off some of the oil. There's always this scare about oil, you know, but I mean, most of our Ghanaian meals, we are hardly eating vegetables, you know, salads. It's always assumed to be left for a certain kind of people who would have salad as, you know, for breakfast and lunch. Lunch, I want to go and eat this. There's always a scare about oil. How is it bad?
It can be bad depending on how much you're eating it, and also how our foods are prepared. So no matter how healthy the oil is, once you overheat it, you are destroying the good benefits
of the oil.
So we advise that you add your oils at the end of your cooking. When your food is already cooked, then you add just sufficient oil.
Yeah.
We'll
be coming to this meal and the way it's looking, the palm nut soup. I have a question to ask with regards to that. So, Chef, I'm coming to you, but we have Adam on the line. Hello. Hello, Adam. Good morning.
Good morning.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, very well.
Fantastic. Talk to us. Where are you calling us from?
I'm calling from Isra.
From Inshira?
Yeah, but I am from Salaga in the Savannah region of Ghana.
Fantastic. Good. Talk to us. Tell us more about your region.
Yeah, in fact, I'm from a fantastic region. And some of the food I know, popularly known to Salaga people, is fufu. I know it's very amazing. There is one thing nobody mentioned in Salaga.
Yes.
That is our wells. We have a lot of wells in Salaga.
A lot of wells you mentioned.
Wells, yeah, wells.
Are these man-made or like dug by men or natural?
Yeah, man-made holes.
Okay.
That's water from.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, we have them plenty everywhere you go is there.
Okay.
Wow.
And also there is the slave tree. Those days when the slaves be gathered around, or they'll be taken to the Cape. Yeah, it's very popular in Salaga.
Okay.
Yeah.
But when I travel to Salaga right now, you mentioned fufu, but what's that one meal I'll see almost everybody eating?
Yeah, it's fufu. You know,
Really? What with?
Yeah. Gojers are known for fufu. We call it tapas.
So what do they use, cassava or yam?
Yam.
Yam fufu.
Yeah, only yam, yeah.
Okay, what way? Which soup? I'm not soup.
Sometimes okro.
Eh.
Wow.
Yeah,
Fufu with okra soup.
It's very amazing. You have to try it one
He
day.
says it's amazing.
Fufu with okra soup.
Okay,
You can
that's
only
something.
imagine.
This one, I'm
I can
coming
only
back to
imagine.
Chef and Helena to give us a little insight into that. But thank you very much, Adam. We really appreciate your call.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Adam. Yeah.
Thank you.
Chef Cephas, before I was even going to ask you about this one, fufu and okra soup. I mean, fufu in itself is sticky, and okra soup is not too, liquid, if I can say that, for you to enjoy the slurp.
Yeah. As he's saying it, excuse me, as he's saying it, the soup, when they are region, the way he's saying it, maybe the soup will be a bit light
Okay.
for the fufu, and they will enjoy it because people eat the okra soup with rice. I know.
Okay.
Some
Yeah.
people eat with yam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised.
It's a surprise to you.
Yeah, when he
Okay.
said they eat with fufu, because we make some okra soup and it's light because they can eat with banku. It's easy to eat with fufu too. Yeah,
Chef, that's agushi.
yeah. I was-
Is that a look? I'm very much aware that it's mostly in Contemporary. Give me a minute. Hello, Edward.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Edward.
Well, how are you doing?
Very well, thank you, Edward.
I'm fine. I wish I was in your studio this morning.
No,
I
no,
don't
no.
wish you were
No,
here,
no.
actually, Edward.
We are too many.
I just want you to call.
We are too many. You know there are cameramen as well, right?
You guys actually keeping me late for class.
No.
Okay, Kali talked to us this morning.
Yeah, okay, so I think you people are discussing about food, so
Yes.
I want to talk about food, but I want to make a suggestion. Locally Ghanaian dishes without ebunu and fufu. I mean, the chef should have brought ebunu over there.
Where are you from, Edward? Where are you from?
I'm from the Eastern region.
Ah, okay. Well, we've got something here for you. There's fufu and abenkwang. Wow. Cotton. Bibi our hubby. So you still have some, except she won't be here. However, when it's time, we're waiting for your call so that when it's time for the Eastern region, call out and battle it out for us, okay?
Yeah.
Don't worry, don't worry. I will-
Now, my brother,
this is my first time I'm watching this program and I'm really loving it.
thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Continue watching.
But you are not invited. Go for lectures. Okay.
Take care.
Today they are not our friends. Sorry.
Video on food, man.
Thank-
The guy is video on food.
Yeah. It's not much. You understand? He's an example of the visitors who like coming to people's houses just when there's
food is
ready.
ready.
He comes. We'll sit and talk till the food is cold. So, Mefa, let me come back to that question I was asking you about. You know, he mentioned that,
excuse
this
me.
is how it's served. Like,
You were asking something about.
Yeah.
Oh,
the
yes,
using.
yes,
Okay,
yes,
we'll
yes,
go
yes,
to
about the color,
camera.
yes.
Okay.
Talk to us first.
Looks really very different in the plate. My imagination and idea of agushi is a different interpretation. I would mostly see it in contemporary, or what the Nigerians would say egusi
Egusi stew.
stew. But this I'm
What
seeing
constitutes
what's
the
in
color
there?
change?
You know, actually, I would say caterers or cooks and chefs, it's a work of art.
Okay.
So every time you see agusi, as you are saying, contemporary, something is mixed or whatever. But we realize that we can add vegetable
Right.
to make it attractive. Any vegetables that you want is cooked and you want it, you can put it inside the agusi and it looks nice. That's why we design it this way.
You designed it,
like
amazing.
that. You
So we
designed
have
it.
a caller.
Peter Michael on the line now. Peter, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Peter, where are you calling from?
Yeah, I'm calling from Akumadan, Offensive North.
Offensive North.
Yeah.
Are you going to talk to us about the Savannah region?
No, I want to just contribute to the food.
Fantastic.
Hey.
Yeah, the food is really nice, but there was something like bitter leaf with granite, and that's most particularly the north. Bitter leaf with granite, and then something we call akle. And then you add a little bit amanisewa to it.
Hey.
It's really nice.
I like the way this is like a rainbow. You throw us to the north, bring us back to the water, come back to Ashanti region. What are you going to be eating today, Peter?
Yeah.
What are you eating today?
And today it's exactly the same food I've just described.
Wow.
And then there's also another thing. Ayoyo leaves. Ayoyo with okra, and then something like tultafi or konkonte.
Hey.
Peter, hold it right
Peter,
there.
we're trying to do about some papa.
Peter, thank you very much. That's a nice recipe you have there. Really appreciate you calling us. But hold it right there, okay? Easy. But anyway, so let's wrap up. Our time is up though. So the health benefits of this is ideal. It's good for the Ghanaian for us to eat.
Yeah.
It's good for us to eat.
This
So
is
I
so-
see that we have extra oil
Yes.
on almost all our
All of-
stews.
yeah.
So I would recommend that you reduce your intake of oils.
Oil as well.
And then you add your oils at the end of your cookings. And then also you were talking about design, but I'm looking at nutrition. So I wish that whenever we are having our meals or we are cooking, we have nutrition in mind. So apart from carrots, green pepper, the onions, we are also getting fiber. From that's increasing bulk of fecal matter,
Yeah.
and so we have free bowels to prevent
Sadly, our time
constipation.
is up. What would I
Yeah.
find Asanka Avenue quickly?
Is
Okay, so the food is confusing himself.
We'll let you know.
We'll
Our
let
time
you
is
know
up.
tomorrow, okay?
We
We'll
have to
let
go.
you
I
know
hope you understand why we
tomorrow.
have
So
to
tomorrow
go.
we'll announce the next region, so
Yes.
do not miss tomorrow. It's a
I hope-
Wednesday. See you
I hope
tomorrow.
you understand why we have to go, right?
Bye.
We have to go.
Could be your region. Don't miss it.